Oh my God, it works. Oh no. What? What? What is the problem? This thing's got a light? Look at these old PlayStation 1 games my friend has and wants me to sell. Final Fantasy VIII. I was more of a Final Fantasy VII fan myself. Puzzle Street Fighter, though. And yes, I will be playing this game a little bit later because I've actually never played Resident Evil 2. I've only played Resident Evil 1. Bust it out. The PlayStation 2. Right here. PlayStation 1 memory card. Look at this retro tech. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's perfect. What else do you need? Rivers, don't pee on that. Hey. Where are you going? So guess what? I got a new vlog camera. That's right. Look at this fancy little... it's fancy for, I guess, like, the early 2000s. Oh yeah, listen to that. Look at that. Hey everybody. Huh? Anyway, more on that a little bit later. Because we have breaking theme park news. That's right, I'm the #1 source for all things theme and amusement park related. The Carousel of Progress at Walt Disney World in the Magic Kingdom closed July 6th. It will reopen sometime in 2027 with a major reimagining and timeline shift. It'll have updated scenes starting in the 1960s, moving through the 80s and the 2000s, and ending in the futuristic scene, I guess. What's the point? I know they've updated it in the past, right? Especially that final scene at the end. They turned it into like a 1990s retro futuristic thing, kind of like what people thought the future would be like in the 90s. Kind of had its own little charm and appeal. When we hear the decades, 1960s, lots of important things happened in America. During that decade, we had the moon landing, the Civil Rights Act, and Martin Luther King's speech, I Have a Dream. And then, in the 70s, I guess there's like good movies, lots of disco, and lots of things. Bell bottoms. We'll say bell bottoms. And then, the 1980s, we'll definitely bring up Ronald Reagan and how he ignored the AIDS pandemic. The 90s, Kurt Cobain, the start of the internet. And then the 2000s. I mean, the 2000s were lame. What do we have in the 2000s, right? We had 9/11 and the 2008 financial crisis. Great. Those are wonderful things that I would love to relive at the Magic Kingdom at Disney World. Thanks, Disney. Thank you for reminding me of 9/11. And you just know, Disney is going to jam in some like millennial cringe humor. Just makes my blood boil thinking about it. And we're going to talk about like dabbing and hashtagging and like an office joke in there. And I know, I get it. NBC Universal owns The Office, but I don't think that's going to stop Disney from being like, oh, that's what you said. A lot of vloggers raced off into the Magic Kingdom for the final day of the Carousel of Progress. Turns out only smaller channels did this. A lot of the bigger channels couldn't be bothered with the Carousel of Progress. They had to go to Universal Studios and talk about Halloween Horror Nights. More on that in a little bit, too. I mean, we're in July, and we're talking about Halloween already. Here's a little bit of a controversial statement. If Halloween had gifts, like Christmas, I guarantee you Halloween would be bigger than Christmas in America. Candy, it doesn't cost as much as like, I don't know, like a new TV or something stupid, like a PlayStation 5 or 6. What are we on now? Are we on a 5? We're on a PlayStation 5. I'm not very up to date on my PlayStations. Still rocking the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, as we saw earlier in this video. Luckily, this channel, the Carousel Club, got some amazing footage of the attraction before it closed, or the refurb. It seems as though this channel is completely dedicated to documenting all aspects of the Carousel of Progress. Now, their final kind of ride through of this attraction kind of blew my mind. I have no idea how they were able to get a lot of this footage. They even had another video where they got backstage footage of like how the thing is operated. I'm assuming somebody who works on this channel must also work at Disney World. I don't know. But anyway, the final ride through, right? It looks like just 3 dudes with a couple cameras got the whole attraction to themselves. And that gave them the ability to kind of go all over, film up close, kind of front row footage of all the animatronics, as well as footage behind that the rotating kind of scrim area. Like they got all up in this. You can really see up close kind of the uncanny skin of these animatronics, kind of creeping me out a little bit. I don't like how close they got to that little girl robot. Okay, that's very uncomfortable. But either way, it is really great that they were able to get up close, good detailed footage of all of this stuff, all of the inner workings. They even got the various scene changes too in it, that this grandma like slowly rotating out from the darkness and only being illuminated by the camera light is an image that will probably stay with me until the day I die. So thank you for that. I do feel a little dirty watching the girl in her bedroom while she's indecent.
All these people! I'm indecent!
I didn't know the Carousel of Progress could be this perverted.
Fly a single-wing airplane all the way across the Atlantic.
We got the jabroni here getting his photo up. He's dressed like John here. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know why the animatronic looks so real during this part where the lights kind of go out. Maybe it's just like the shadows and the light again being cast from the camera. It's kind of like throwing off my brain here, but it's very uncanny looking. It's a little too real. Next scene, next thing. Let's go on to the next thing. Again, I don't know how they were allowed to kind of just go right up to the front row of the attraction and peek behind kind of the curtain of all this stuff. Like that's bold. That is some please stop vlogging Kenny energy that I fully approve of. Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. Okay, and this is my favorite part. And not because the robot is naked, because he's only got them legs and the upper body. I think it's a funny juxtaposition right there. Half robot in a bath wearing Americana stuff. It's kind of fitting. Anyway, go check out their video. Tons of great, cool details in it. Highly recommend checking out their channel if you are a Carousel of Progress freak like I am. And then upon further research, I actually found out what the refurbishment might end up being per the Disney Parks blog. Okay, so this is for the Act 1 in the 1960s. In the summer of 1969, our Carousel family, along with millions around the world, gather around the television to witness one of humanity's greatest achievement, the historic moon landing. Called it. Frickin' called it. We're not talking about the Civil Rights Movement or MLK, or Vietnam, other very crucial moments in American history. I have a feeling a lot of people that go to Disney World can't handle that stuff. I have a feeling in a couple of years, a lot of the people that go to Disney World are going to be like, I don't know about that moon landing, okay? That's the type of audience that we're working with here. Act 2, the 1980s. Hey! In the 1980s, where everything bigger is better, and things keep on getting bigger. We pick up with the family on Halloween night of 1985, and for the first time ever, Sarah is taking center stage, the daughter. Because I feel like in the old rides, they always really made fun of her way too much. Like really mean-spirited at times. So good, I think Sarah deserves front and center. I think she's gonna have really tall hair, and she's gonna be doing the spray and doing like a Valley Girl type of thing. She's gonna be going down to that mall and, buying makeup. There is going to be a small mirror on a table somewhere and a couple of rolled up dollar bills. Okay, that's a joke for the mommies and daddies. Act 3, the new millennium. With the 90s drawing to a close, our Carousel family is preparing to ring in the new millennium on New Year's Eve 1999. Where were you guys? I remember where I was. Hiding preparing for the Terminators. Amid the excitement of the countdown to 2000, a new thing called the internet is bringing John, Sarah, Jimmy, and Patty and the world closer together than ever before. Internet wasn't really new at this point. It was a thing that we had easier access to, but it wasn't like a brand new thing. Anyway, people at Disney World can't handle that. Act 4, the possible future. As we reach the end of our show, we see the family one last time in the distant future in an out-of-this-world home. From helpful robot assisting in everyday tasks to space travel. Yeah, it's kind of retro-futuristic, kind of cool, idealized vision of the future that we kind of had back in the 60s. I hope they kind of bring that back. That'd be kind of cool. How Tomorrowland used to look. But I guess I wasn't that wrong about a lot of things. Do we need to do this stuff? No, because what we had was kind of, in its own unique way, rather special. And it had its charm and it had its place at Disney World. You know, updating it for it's like the 60s, 80s, and 90s? I don't know. Maybe because, you know, I've lived through all of those decades, especially the 60s. Those are some good years. And some bad years. Don't get me wrong. There's some bad stuff then. But, you know, I've already been through it all. I've already seen it. I kind of like, you know, seeing, you know, the roaring 20s. The 80s, though? Really? We're doing the 80s? Ugh. Oh my god, there's so many freaking potholes in this stupid... Hello, and welcome. I found this camera in the trash. Literally, I found it in a dumpster. As I was doing my weekly dumpster dive, I came across a box, and in the box contained this little camera. And so now I am going to use it to capture retro wonderful memories. It's like American Beauty. It's going to look like they're from the past because it looks so old and retro and broken down and gross and icky. Literally, I found a dumpster camera. I'm recording this right now on a dumpster camera and it somehow works. I did cheat a little bit. I bought batteries for it off of Amazon. So, you know, not sponsored by Amazon or Cinnabon. Should have framed this up a lot better, but it's like a dad camera. I'm going to be everybody's father now, and I'm going to record memories for you guys and upload them on YouTube. I'll take this camera to various theme parks and use it to kind of capture some stylized shots of a couple things, of rides, of the overall park ambiance, that type of thing. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Terrifying. Who knew dumpster diving would actually pay off one of these days? I actually found something I could use, and it wasn't just like, you know, old, disgusting food. We don't have to get into the specifics of it, of why I dumpster dive. It's just, you know, I'm curious. I'm a very curious person. No clue how that shot looked, because I can't tell. I'm so far away from the camera, and now I'm up close. You know, when a bunch of crows get together, it's called a murder. Think about it. Here's my problem with all this reimagining, construction stuff. Disney has had, as of late, a pretty bad track record when it comes to updating their rides. Take, for instance, how Disney handled the Muppet representation at Hollywood Studios. We had a great attraction which perfectly encapsulated the essence of MGM's Hollywood Studios with Muppet Vision 3D, arguably one of the most iconic attractions in all of Walt Disney World. And also the very last project that Jim Henson worked on before he died. But as we all know, it was ripped out of the park, destroyed, demolished, and now it's being turned into a Monsters, Inc. area and a ride. And sure, yeah, I get it. Monsters Inc., it's cool. I like it. It's not nearly as iconic of a franchise as The Muppets. And I have a feeling that in like 3-4 years after the Monsters Inc. area opens, interest in that whole area is going to wane and no one's really going to really care about it. And it's going to be at the same exact spot that we were with Muppet Vision. And my God, I just want to address the fact that it is very hazy and gross out. It looks very orange. Maybe it's just my sunglasses. No, it's pretty gross out. I mean, what is going on right now? We got heat domes. We got diarrhea in our lettuce. We have glass in our Pillsbury dough. Look it up. That's real. That's a real thing. And now we got freaking fires and haze. And I know the fires are like starting in Canada, but still, like, we're not doing ourselves any favors with all this stuff that we're doing, right? Like, we live here. People live here. I've only been out here for a couple minutes. It's just, it is an intense smell right now. Just so much smoke.
I mean, this is fine, right? This is okay. I feel like I'm in that scene from Predator 2 at the beginning of like LA. I feel like a lot of films in the 90s always kind of had the chaotic LA look where it's just kind of orange and gross. We're living in that right now.
This is where I found you, little camera. You were in this little dumpster here. As you can see, they put a little lock on it because they probably caught on to me going through it. But who would throw away such a nice camera like this? Oh my God, somebody put a TV over here. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah, that could work. We could do some stuff with this, right? You know? Kind of broken, but look at all this stuff. Look at all this wonderful stuff that people just throw away. I have a feeling that somebody in the Disney corporate office was like, oh, we have too many Muppet things in the parks. We can't have a Muppet Vision 3D and the new Muppets coaster that took over the Aerosmith coaster. That's too many Muppets. I'm like, what? Are you drunk? What's wrong with you? You can never have too many Muppets. I'm not even the biggest Muppets fan. I have learned more about them after I worked with Disney Dan, and I've grown to appreciate them more, and I have a tremendous amount of respect for them. Everybody likes the Muppets. You can't find a single person that's going to be like, oh, the Muppets stink. And if a person like that does exist, I prefer not to meet them. But anyway, they took out Muppet Vision 3D and desecrated Country Bear Jamboree with bland, trendy pop songs and boring, overdone Disney tunes. I don't feel very confident that their reimagining of the Carousel of Progress will be any good. I think it'll be kind of bad and cringy. I think it'll be interesting at first. Everyone will be like, oh, I want to go check this out, what they do to it. And yeah, it'll probably have a couple people that will enjoy it. And when it's all said and done, it'll probably have the same amount of attention and guest ride-throughs, interactions, as much as the previous iterations had. It's a simple pivot that is going to end up delivering the same results at the end of the day. So I'm like, well, why are you doing this? And sure, you can say, okay, Disney did okay with the whole reskinning of the Aerosmith rock and roller ride and made it into a Muppets thing. Cool, yeah, that's okay. My problem with that is the Muppets are only available in a kind of a high intense roller coaster. It's not something that everybody can enjoy. All kids, all ages, everybody enjoyed and loved Muppet Vision 3D. Yeah, I don't care. I'm still bitter about it. I'm still very bitter about it.
Yeah. We gotta turn that biohazard filter on. It's terrible out.
And I hate to say this, but I feel like we are at max capacity when it comes to theme park construction updates in Orlando. There's lots of stuff happening at the parks right now. The 6 theme parks that everybody goes to in Orlando. There's lots of content, quote unquote content, to cover. It's just been an onslaught of information. And It's overwhelming, and I just kind of want to ignore it until this stuff is actually built and done. For example, the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. Every single vlogger has been documenting any new piece of decoration or prop or set piece or whatever, which has slowly gone up at Universal Studios since like May. Okay, I get it. Everybody's excited about this annual Halloween event. It's fantastic. It's amazing. I've only gone once, and I was blown away by it. I know there's like all kinds of Easter eggs and small bits of information scattered throughout the parks before, during, and after the event. I'm kind of intimidated by it. I can't keep up with it because it's so much, but it honestly becomes a bit of a parody when everybody with a camera is walking around filming any new chord, structure, whatever that goes up. They're like, ooh, look at this new thing. Ooh, look at this new thing. New Halloween Horror Nights update. Or they're guessing what the new haunted houses are going to be. Really, the only channel that I trust for this information is Kevin Heimbach, because he is really there, like every day, boots on the ground, documenting all of this stuff to an almost obsessive degree.
We can see it going all the way, still going. All this cord for just one thing of truss, but still looping around. I appreciate every single one of you who is watching right now. You could be spending your free time doing anything, but you're choosing to hang out with me and follow cords throughout the park. So I appreciate every single one of you who watch these little updates. Oh, it's still going. It's still...
And I can't tell if it's like parody or like he's just really into it, or maybe it's a little bit of both. Either way, my guy is committed to the bit, and I respect him for that. If you're gonna do it, like really freaking do it, okay? Don't just be like, oh, look at this new thing, look at that new thing, oh, that's kind of cool. That's not effective. That's just boring. You're not committing to the bit. Commit to the bit. My guy, Kevin, he gets it. But I actually really do hate theme park construction videos. There's not much there. You're just walking around pointing a camera at a construction site and being like, oh, look at this, some new dirt has gone up, some new beans have gone up. Do we really need multiple video updates about the new Fast and Furious supercharged Hollywood Tokyo Drift ride that's in Orlando, even though it's called Hollywood Tokyo Drift? I don't think that's the name. I hate the fact that I have to make videos talking about people's construction video updates. I'm making updates about people's update videos. I wonder if anybody knows my actual age, because I feel like I'm like an immortal vampire.